Go ahead and raise your hand if you've ever noticed your mind wandering before. If you're not raising your hand, your mind is probably wandering right now. Of the thousands of thoughts you think each day, how many do you think actually help you versus hinder you? And how do you differentiate between the two? Whether you're aware of it or not, you're fighting a battle every single day, and the war is waged within your mind. You see, I realize that our minds are prone to endlessly wander unless we put practices in place that continue to bring us back to focusing on our purpose. How often do you think about what you're thinking about? Think about it. Have you ever thought there might be a better way to think? I think so. A better life begins by thinking better thoughts. Thinking is powerful. Intentional thinking is game-changing. But to do so, you have to be willing to question your thinking. You have to be willing to hold it up to a standard. So when a thought enters your mind, what standard do you hold it up against? Do you even have one? Most people don't. Most people don't consciously ask themselves, where did that thought come from? Where will that thought lead? What will that thought produce? When it comes to getting where you want to go, your mind has the power to be a barrier or a bridge. It can hold you back or propel you forward. And whether you believe that or not is up to you, because you get to decide what you believe. It's one of the most empowering thoughts there is. You get to decide what you believe. And if you want to succeed, you must first believe that you can. You must believe in yourself. See, if you don't believe in yourself, you might as well quit before you start, because failure has a funny way of becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you don't believe in yourself, you're going to lack the confidence and courage needed to do what needs to be done. And what keeps us from believing in ourselves? Limiting beliefs. I'd like to share a story with you of when I was 13 years old. My mom noticed I had an irregular mole, and after a biopsy, the doctors confirmed it was precancerous. So they're going to have to perform a surgery and remove a chunk of flesh from my back. My mom later described that chunk as looking like a quarter of a piece of a chicken McNugget, which was my favorite food at the time. Not so much after that. Thanks, Mom. It's actually probably better that I don't like McDonald's. And while yes, the surgery was a success, besides receiving 24 stitches that day, a limiting belief was planted so deep that it took 7 years to overcome. And the limiting belief was this: I'm going to die an early death, which I carried with me until my 20th birthday. When I told my dad why turning 20 was such a big deal for me, he had no idea. That's the thing about limiting beliefs. They hide inside you. Limiting beliefs weigh you down, like being bound to a slowly sinking ship. If you don't cut yourself loose, eventually you'll drown. If left unchecked for too long, limiting beliefs become unbreakable barriers that lie between where you are now and where you'd like to one day be. It's time you conquer what's been conquering you. And there are 2 ways to overcome a limiting belief. Number 1, stop thinking it. And number 2, stop believing it. Now the first you can't always control because some thoughts will just pop into your head. But the second you can, because remember, you get to decide what you believe. So here's the key to overcoming limiting beliefs and cultivating an empowered mind. We have to create a concrete standard from which against wisdom can be weighed. We have to create a concrete standard that can be held up against any thought to determine whether it's worth thinking or not. For example, is this thought going to help me be my best self? Think of it like this. Imagine your mind is a conveyor belt of an assembly line, continually conveying thoughts. And this is what our mind does all day long. Some thoughts are helpful, some are harmful, some are random, some are new, some are false, some are true, and most are recurring, based on patterns we've developed over the years. And so your goal as thought inspector is to simply grab each thought as it comes and hold it up to that standard. Is this thought going to help me be my best self? This is how limiting beliefs that were once hidden are revealed and become forbidden. is this thought going to help me be my best self? If not, call it out as the stinking thinking that it is and immediately replace it with an empowering belief or an affirmation that you have waiting in the wings. Or perhaps on a folded piece of paper in your pocket that says, I have nothing to worry about and nothing to fear. Every single moment I have an opportunity to choose gratitude. I am fully functional and completely capable. So let's bring this all together. So a limiting belief is what hinders you from believing in yourself. An empowering belief is what helps you to believe in yourself. Yet it's not enough to just inject an empowering belief after thinking a limiting belief. No, we have to be proactive. We have to intentionally infuse affirmations strategically throughout the day, specifically in the morning when you wake up and at night before you go to bed. So I want to challenge you this week to create a list of your top 10 affirmations. And for the next 10 days, first thing in the morning and last thing at night, I want you to review that list out loud with emotion. If you do, it's going to absolutely, positively change your life. Because affirmations position you to produce more positive patterns of thinking. Affirmations help you to be your best self because they help you to believe in yourself. So remember, you get to decide what you believe. And whatever you do, believe in yourself. If you do, you will break through to your next big breakthrough. If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ding that bell so that way you'll get notifications of our next video. Please share some comments, let me know what you thought about this video, what you'd like to see next week, and please share this with someone you love. And action! Let's go ahead and give it a try. All right, that was great.